Travelling the 102 kilometres between Cork City and Galway City last Saturday morning to celebrate a baptism of a baby girl, I was intrigued by a radio programme focused on sharenting. On hearing this phrase for the first time last Saturday, my word radar brimmed with enthusiasm. I liked the sound of it, though I didn't know what it meant. I wondered, does it mean something like shepherding? Another word that excites my lexicon. With my attention grabbed, I settled in for a good listen to the articulate mother and psychotherapist whose voice dominated the radio program. I learned that sharenting is a blending of the words sharing and parenting to describe the practice of parents publishing a large amount of potentially sensitive content about their children on internet platforms. The mother on the radio program described a time when she was big into sharenting, even posting images of her daughter as a baby in her womb on the internet platforms. Her inclination towards sharenting faced an obstacle when her daughter matured and expressed anger to her mom about the preciously unique details from her life that her mom shared via the internet. Suddenly, sharenting no longer sounded to me as nice, attractive, or even appropriate. On Wednesday evening, I shared a meal with a couple that I have known for 29 years, who shared the anxieties that their adult children carry within them about the existential threat posed by climate change. All in all, arising from all this, I sighed aloud several times this last week, pondering the dilemma of parenting, the tension between protecting children and empowering them for action, and how this tension is now made more pointed and the stakes elevated by climate change. I thought to myself, parenting is like jumping in with both feet, feeling your way through and hoping for the best, and being able to cope with messiness, physically, mentally, and emotionally. Sitting at that dinner table on Wednesday evening, I learned that my friends' children sense that due to the prevalence of political turmoil, fascism, and climate change, that parenting is now dangerous and even unethical. I once remember seeing on Twitter a comment that having a child was like welcoming a randomly generated house guest. In other words, parenting is about learning to become hosts to an unpredictable guest. Danish philosopher Søren Kierkegaard, in his unique style, put a philosophical slant on such an interpretation, remarking that every child is born on the strength of the absurd. Our gospel passage this weekend from St. John is about proclaiming Jesus as the Good Shepherd, who is more genuine than the hired hand. In Jesus' day, when shepherds finished their daily work, they would round up the sheep and guide them into a sheep pen. It was a rectangular stone structure, about a meter high with no gate. When the sheep were all gathered in, the shepherd would lie across the open gate. If a wolf or a wild cat should attack the sheep, or a thief should try to steal the sheep away, they would have to face the shepherd. Indeed, many a shepherd died while protecting his sheep. Unlike the good shepherd, the hired hand is not willing to die for the sheep. He is only interested in the sheep for his own selfish purpose and for what he can get from looking after them. So when the sheep are threatened, he puts himself first and abandons the sheep to danger and destruction. Drawing from our reading from the Acts of the Apostles, I believe that parents are so often the cornerstone of a healthy society. Though often rejected, parents so often are the ones that lavish love into the lives of their children. Parents are shepherds who go the extra mile in the face of modern wolves such as climate change and sharenting. The Good Shepherd story beautifully communicates the steadfast love of the shepherd. From that foundation, the wolf can be faced and with God's grace vanquished. May it be so. Amen.